Hello students, this is Dr. Gaurangi Bhatt here. I'm here with the chapter The Portrait of a Lady by Khushwant Singh, Hornbill Textbook Class 11 Core Course. So in this video I have given question answers. Mention the three phases of the author's relationship with his grandmother before he left the country to study abroad. So answer is, the three phases of the author's relationship with his grandmother before he left the country to study abroad are as follows. First phase, the period of his early childhood, where he used to live with her in the village. His grandmother used to wake him up and get him ready to school. They both would walk to school together and come back home together. They had a good friendship with each other. Second phase, in this phase, the author and his grandmother shifted to the city as the author's parents settled well in the city. Although they shared the same room, this was the turning point of their friendship. Now they saw less of each other. Third phase is, when the author went to the university, he was given a room of his own. This made their friendship bond weaker as the common link between them, the same room, snapped. She became quieter and private and kept the spinning wheel all day long. She would feed the sparrows once a day, and this was the only thing that made her happy now. So next question is, mention three reasons why the author's grandmother was disturbed when he started going to the city school. So answer of this question is, when the author used to live in the village with her, they both had a good friendship. She used to wake him up, got him ready, and would also accompany him to school. All this changed when they moved to the city. The grandmother was disturbed for the following reason. She no longer could help him in his lessons as he started going to the English medium school. This became a barrier for her. There were no teaching about God and the scriptures. She did not like him taking the music lessons. According to her, music was only for beggars and harrods. So now question 3 is, mention 3 ways in which the author's grandmother spent her days after he grew up. His grandmother changed a lot since he grew up. She would spend her day at the spinning wheel, chanting prayers and feeding sparrows. Fourth question is, mention the odd way in which the author's grandmother behaved just before she died. She did not pray the evening before dying. She collected the women from the neighborhood and started singing Homecoming of the Warriors with the help of the drum. The next morning when she fell, she said her end was near. She started praying peacefully while laying on her bed. She refused to talk to anyone during her last hours. So question 5 is, mention the way in which the sparrow expressed their sorrow when the author's grandmother died. Answer of this question is, the grandmother used to feed the sparrows in her veranda each day. She developed a special relationship with them. When she died, thousands of sparrows expressed their sorrow by sitting in a scattered way around her in the veranda. They did not chirp and there was complete silence. The author's mother tried to feed them by breaking the bread and throwing it in front of them. But they did not eat anything. When the family carried grandmother's corpse, they all flew away quietly. Next question is, the author's grandmother was a religious person. What are the different ways in which we come to know this? When she lived in the village with the author, she used to sing prayers in a monotonous sound while getting him ready each morning. She used to walk the author to school and then visit the temple attached to the school every day. She would sit and read scriptures. Later, when they moved to the city, she would carry the beads of the rosary with her all the time. She would continuously chant her prayers and her hand remained busy in telling the beads. When the author went to study at the university, she went into seclusion and spent her whole day in chanting prayers. Next question is, describe the changing relationship between the author and his grandmother. Did their feelings for each other change? In the early days, they both shared a good bond. She would get him ready for school, accompany him, and would come back with him later in the day. She would help him with his studies and would teach him prayers by singing in a monotonous tone every morning. When they moved to the city, their relationship was strained. He started going to an English medium school. She would no longer accompany him to the school or could not help him with the lessons. She did not like the new school as they never taught him about God or scriptures. Later, when he started music lessons, she disapproved it as she thought that music was only for beggars or harriers. She stopped talking to him afterwards and would spend her day alone while chanting prayers. When the author went to university and then abroad, their bond weakened. She would spin the wheel the whole day and chant her prayers. She accepted the seclusion. No, their feelings for each other did not change, but during the time, a distance developed between them. Next question is, what would you agree that the author's grandmother was a person strong in character? If yes, give instances for show this. Yes, the grandmother was a strong person in character. The instances to show this are as follows. She had her own thoughts about schools and their teachings. She considers learning scriptures a better thing than studying science or English. She did not like music, as according to her, music was for low-level people. When the author went to the university in seclusion, she would spin the wheel, chant prayers, tell beads, and feed breadcrumbs to the sparrows. When she sang the homecoming of the warriors for hours and did not stop even when her family tried a millionth time. During her last time, she did not want to waste any time taking to anyone, so she lay silently on her bed and chanted her prayer till she died. Last question is, which language do you think the author and his grandmother used while talking to each other? The author and his grandmother used to talk to each other in their mother tongue. As the author belongs to Punjab state, they would talk in Punjabi language. Hope these question answers are clear to you. Thank you.